Hey guys, it's Luke here with Hunting and Fishing Stuff, here to bring you that review that I was talking about. Alright, so I have the Rage Hypodermic eBay special. It's not really a Rage Hypodermic, it's the one that you can buy on eBay for like, I think it's $24 for pretty cheap. Killed a lot of deer with these. A lot of people talk junk about them, but I'm here to tell you, they work. Alright, next we got the Annihilator. It's like a 3-blade. It's got a crazy design. I don't know if you can see that. It's made to just displace anything that's in its way. So really excited to see what this does. After that, we've got Tooth of the Arrow 4-blade. It looks a lot like that Annihilator. Doesn't quite have the same displacement, but it does look very similar. It's a 4-blade though, and it's a solid piece as well. Really excited about this one. And then we have the coveted Mega Meat. This thing right here is some kind of nasty from what I've seen. I shot at a deer and sadly missed one in Kentucky. But, you know, I destroyed that broadhead though. And it was basically $20 a shot, because I think these are around $60 for a set of 3. So anyways, on to the video. We'll see. I got some voters right here. They're gonna help me out. Which one do y'all think are gonna be the best? You like that one? Okay. You like that one? You like the Mega Meat? All right, awesome. Well, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. One more thing before we get started. If you're looking for an extremely scientific, mathematically correct review, might as well just go and click off somewhere else, boss, because this ain't it. We're just out here having fun with some broadheads, but we do want to see some pretty cool results. So here we go. All right, so first up is the Rage Hypodermic lookalike from eBay. You'll see how it does. All these tests are done at 20 yards, by the way. So again, we're looking for accuracy and hemorrhaging here. So, as you can see, it's gushing out pretty good. You can see the cut from the broadhead on both sides. And it's pumping out at a pretty good rate. It did go a little bit high and to the right. I thought it was a little more accurate than that, but it definitely still is within a good range for me. All right, now we have the Mega Meat. This has the biggest cutting diameter of all the broadheads, so this should cause the most hemorrhaging out of them all, in theory. We'll see how it works. What in the world? This is crazy. So check this out. This Mega Meat put this humongous hole in here. I don't know if you can see that right or not. But it's not, the Rage actually did a better job at making it bleed. I mean, you can see it's almost like it wasn't even shot. That is crazy. I mean, it's barely dripping, guys. All right, so beginner's mistake. I shot that Mega Meat into that Reinhardt target, and it ate my broadhead. So don't shoot a Mega Meat into one of these. But so I can't really tell you how the broadhead fared. I do have one more of those to use though, so hopefully we don't have that problem the rest of the test. Now we're gonna do the tooth of the arrow. All right, now we're doing the tooth of the arrow 4-blade. This is not the vented, this is the solid version. I've never shot these before. I've heard it was very little broadhead tuning necessary though, so we're gonna see what happens. We'll see how accurate it is and see how much hemorrhaging we got. Hey-o, stay in it. All right. Well, I put a bad shot on the tooth of the arrow one. We're gonna try it one more time though, because I just grazed it and the video cut off. One more time. The tooth of the arrow. All right. So, as you can see, really good hemorrhaging with the tooth of the arrow. I messed it up a couple times, so other than that though, looks real good. Right, now we have the annihilator. This one is meant for displacement when it goes through, so let's see what it does. Also not shot this one either, so my bow is not tuned for mechanic or fixed blades. So it handled the tooth of the arrow fairly well. I made a couple mess ups on it, however, but let's see what this one does. Now this is a pretty interesting result here, guys. You got a good amount of hemorrhaging going on. What's wild though is how it came in from here, and I was pretty well straight on, and it did seem to deflect just a little bit over here to where it actually hit the target. All right, so first up with the watermelons is the Rage lookalike.
You got it right here.
All right, so that's the hole from the Rage. Looks like, I don't know, you got splits in the watermelon kind of all around. I think it may have something to do with the watermelon. Now you see you had a blade like it opened up right here. Man, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, honestly. But obviously once you get into the actual target that it hit, I don't know, you probably can't see it for real, but it does look like both of the blades deployed. Okay, this is the tooth of the arrow broadhead. We're gonna see what kind of wound channel it gives. Hey guys, my apologies. I didn't realize until I got into the editing portion of this video that the camera had actually overheated and cut off during the tooth of the arrow watermelon shot. So I can tell you though, tooth of the arrow did really well. It penetrated all the way through, obviously. Left a really good hole. Thumbs up for the tooth of the arrow. All right, so this is the Annihilator, and that's my kids. So this is the Annihilator broadhead. It's supposed to have the most displacement as far as the broadhead traveling through the wound channel. So let's see what it does. Oop, lay in it, there, boy. Oh man, all right. That annihilator, pardon my pun here or whatever, whatever you want to call it, but it freaking annihilated that watermelon. Look at that exit hole. I'm gonna move the watermelon to probably the low spot in this ditch so I can retrieve my broadhead. See what happens. All right, this is the mega meat test right here. So we'll see what it does. All right, guys, well, it didn't catch the mega meat coming through, unfortunately, but my goodness, I mean, it just split that thing. And you can see why those broadheads are so popular. I hate that it didn't get the video of just how violent it was, because when it came through, it was a wicked noise. We're gonna do the final test, but we're gonna unfortunately have to do it with only 3 broadheads, because my mega meat, after doing the test with the watermelon, it has gotten to the point to where it will not lock back in. So it did sustain a little bit of damage on the blades. I don't think it really hit any rocks. It just looked like it kind of maybe, I don't know, maybe it was the dirt. I don't know, I'm not sure what it was. It made a lot of damage on there, but at the same time, now that's $20 basically for that broadhead with 1 shot. So, after my target ate the other one, it's kind of turned into an expensive test, but it's good to know though. I'm happy that we're able to do this and kind of give you all the results of what's going on here. This is the Rage lookalike going through 1/4 inch OSB. Here's our hole from our Rage lookalike. Actually put a really big hole. That's probably just part of how the OSB is made up though. However, it did break the 2 tips. You can see one of those pieces sticking out right there. All right, now this is the tooth of the arrow. Tooth of the arrow broadhead. It went through right here. I could kind of rush the shot. It was on me. But I mean, you see, like, there we go. It put a pretty sizable hole in there. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Especially when you compare it to the Rage, which has technically a bigger cutting diameter. That put just as equal of a hole, I would say, and held up way better. Now this is the Annihilator. It's the last one because the Mega Meat did not make it. The Annihilator, it went through right here. Still has some junk in the middle of the hole, so it's kind of hard to see, but it definitely did its job as well. Punched through it real good. All right, well, that wraps up our test for the day. Thanks for watching. So in conclusion, I'm gonna go with Tooth of the Arrow or Annihilator for our winners today. They all do well. None of them had any issues as far as getting nicks in the blade throughout any of the tests. It performed well going through the water bottles, had big hemorrhaging on both of these broadheads, had clear holes going through the watermelons, and also had really good results going through the plywood, or the OSB rather. So if you're in the market for broadheads, I would highly suggest either one of these two. Even the knockoff Rages, I've killed a lot of deer with, but that's up to you. Whatever it is that you shoot, just be confident in it. Make sure you practice with it. Make sure your bow's tuned and ready to go for it. And whatever you seek, just make sure that you give God all the glory. Y'all have a blessed day.